Hello chickens, welcome back. It's Angela. Time for a little crafting project, so go and grab your goodies and maybe a nice cuppa and come and join me. I hope you guys are all well. Very warm welcome if you're new to my channel. Lovely to have you join us, and of course a very warm welcome to everybody who's joined me today. Right, we are working on the Traveler's Notebook journal here, and I am going to take out my avocado stained page here, which is next to this beautiful images of house sort of like flat windows. All right, so I'm going to just take that out. I'm just going to move that up a bit so I know where it goes, and we're going to get straight into it. There's quite a lot I'm going to do today. I'm using all sorts today. I'm using flowers, buttons, lace, sentiments, just these 2 or 3 die cuts. I've got one flower that I've fussy cut out from my flower bundle, and little bits of lace, other little bits of lace, and pages, of course. So that's what we're working with. I've made myself a tag, and using this piece of paper, it actually goes like that, this page. So I'll give you, you'll see the details of it when I get to it. Right, so you'll remember how we folded this page. All right, so just a quick little reminder. 3.5 inches in, I made a fold. Now this will be different if it's US, but I'm talking A4 here. So 3.5 inches, that's like 9 centimeters, then 10, and then what remains, which is about 10. Okay, so that's what you've got here. This is the bit that goes into your actual notebook signature. This is the spine bit. Right, you've got a normal page there, and then you've got one that's just folding over. My suggestion is put that into your journal after you've measured the width of the page, and then just when you've got that, fold that over so that you've got a bit of a gap there so that it's easy to lift it up. That's my suggestion. All right, so I'm going to start off by doing something in the middle here. All right, so making a little writing spot. Not that you can't write on that, but I've just taken my lace page. I've cut it smaller, so I'm not going to give you measurements here, really, but as long as it's smaller than your page, and I want to stick that in. So that really easy. We're starting really easy here. I hope you're all well and having a good week. The weather's not been too bad. It seems like we're heading towards spring. It's not warm, but it's sunshiny-ish. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. And tomorrow's my daughter's 21st birthday. I can't believe it. On the 21st. So yeah, she's having her crown birthday on the 21st. So we're going out for a dinner in the night. Just the family. Right, so we've got that stuck there. Got a little die cut I'm going to just put up on the side here quickly. All right, so we'll just get that quite close to the, go a bit higher, edge there. All right, so there's that down. And then I just took this little fussy cut and put it on the side there, just to pretty up the little writing area a little bit. So that's all I'm really doing here. Okay, so we're not too difficult at this point. You can do this. And then last thing I'm going to do is just stick that little sentiment on there. So we might just need to lift that up a bit, but that's all right. Okay, so that's all done. This side I'm going to leave plain because it does flap down. So again, lots of writing space over there. And then on this side here, we're going to put something. Right, if you fold that flap closed, I want to put a pocket here. So what I did was I took this page, all right, and I've cut out a strip to fit here. So what I've done is like that. Okay, so I've cut that bit out. Now I've cut it just 1/4 inch narrower than the edge there. And the length of this is 6.5 inches, but actually I cut it at 7, and I'm folding that a little bit over. I like to just reinforce the edges. So that's what I'm going to do there. I've just cut this a bit 1/2 inch of paper just to turn it over. Right, I'm not going to cut a notch out of there. Right, so I have distress inked these already just to save time. Right, so I'm going to just stick this on there like that. I'm not going to stencil or anything, but I am going to be quite mindful of keeping the glue quite close to the edge. I did have ideas of sewing it on, just because that gives me the narrowest amount, but this will do the job. So just going to keep it as close to the edge as I can, and then you want to just get that as even as you can, like that. Right, so there we have that. So we've got a little pocket in there now, and that's what this one is for. All right, so I'm just going to put a few decorative bits on here. I'm going to grab my Fabri-Tac glue, because I'm going to put a little bit of lace on here. And so I've got my Fabri-Tac glue, and I've got this very fine lace that I'm going to put on the top over there, just a little bit down from the top. Okay, so probably like about there. All right, so let's get that down. So the Fabri-Tac is perfect for this. Get that on the top there. Okay, now I did have this that I was going to stick over, and I wonder if I should. Yeah, I will check that out now. So I'm going to get that stuck there, and just trying to get this straight. I usually use my ruler just to gauge that. I was going to stick that, yeah, over the top. That's all right. So there we go, that little bit there, and then you can easily see where you need to add a little bit more. So just a little bit. There we go. All right. So I'll leave that upside down so that I can use it in a minute. Then I'm just going to take this little green leafy bit, put some glue on that. I'm going to just lay that over this. Just mind it missing her head, really, like that. Okay. There we go. And then I had a little flower that I was just one of these that I'm going to just put over there. So again, just get out I find these stick the best with fabric glue, and I just thought I'd stick that down at the same time. Oh, it's very gloopy. All right, so we're coming along. There's that bit. We're going to leave these to dry. We've got our writing bit, nothing on there. We are going to put something on here, which is our next bit, and this is what we're going to do. So I took a piece of the background pages. Love that flower there. This is 4 inches wide, so that's just about over 10, and you've got about 1/2 inch on either side of your page. I'm just going to fold over this little bit here. I have scored it just to keep that strong, because my thinking is when you're pulling things in and out here, you want to make sure that they are going to withhold the edge of the paper. It's only paper after all, isn't it? So you just want to make sure that that's going to work, and you want to just get that nice and burnished. All right, so we will very quickly just put on some glue here just to keep this flat down. That'll strengthen this edge nicely. All right, so we'll get that done. There we go. And then that's going to be a side pocket over here. So I'm putting it sort of there, like that. Now this is where this piece, I used that bit from the journal page for there, and this bit I've used for here. All right, so it does stick out a bit, but that's all right. Okay, so that's what we're doing there. So I'll get those put in later. Let's just first see. I've got a couple of bits I want to embellish this with as well. So again, I'm going to be mindful of keeping this quite close to the edge. Okay. Again, I've got a piece of lace, so it's cream this time. So I'm going to stick down cream lace, quite close to the top there, just getting the length of it. I think it's about there. Okay. So again, I'll just grab my fabric glue. I've really enjoyed finding all these bits and pieces and all the little decorative bits to put on the pages. It's really been fun. I do enjoy it. It's relaxing, isn't it? And I love the roses in this kit. Right, there we go. Let's hope that's sufficient. I'm sure it is. Right, so we want to just get that there. I'm going to just turn this round so I've got a better view. Get that on like that. And then my little ruler does the trick. I should have done that with the other bit. Right, so if you just hold the ruler there and you can buff it up against it, you should have a straightish line. There we go. Okay, so that's all stuck down, really easy. We've got a sentiment. Take time to smell the roses. I couldn't resist for that. So I'm just going to stick that down at the top there. I thought that was the perfect spot. So there we go. Whoops, bit of fluff there. So we'll just get it there, I think. That's looking good to me. And then I had two of these little flowers that are part of that mixed flower bundle, and I love using them. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a pink one on and then a green one. They do stick, but you know, if you want some help, then there it is. Okay, where we now, I've got a little bit of greenery. I'm going to stick that just over here, just off the side there. I think I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. I used to always just use Fabri-Tac for everything. But it is potent, so I'll try and limit my use of it. It's got a solvent in that's really strong. So I took a petal leaf, so it's a hydrangea petal leaf. I want to just put it at an angle, and I don't mind that it peeks out at the bottom. You can always go side on like that if you prefer it. Isn't that just me all the time? Flowery and girly. Nothing wrong with it, I promise. It's a happy space. Happy space. Right. And I do love the pearls and everything in these flowers. Right. Those also come from my mixed flower bundle. Right. So we've got that decorated up and that over there. Good. Looking good. So we've got there, we've got a pocket, we've got a side pocket, a writing spot. And then all we need to do is what we're going to do on this side. Okay, so I'm going to just move those to the side quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to make two little envelopes, tiny little envelopes. Now these are, these are 3.5 inches wide. I've just put some stenciling on the top there because it's not printed on either side. It's these pages here, all right? I'm not sure, no, it wasn't part of that one. These background pages that are part of that kit, I've taken the whole strip of that. Now that for me was 8.25 inches in length. If yours is an American size, you might need to just trim off, although you don't have to, so it's up to you. All right, so what I've done is I have just folded 1.5 inches, so 4 centimeters from the top down. Okay, that's going to be the little flappy bit. I've stenciled underneath the flappy bit there with antique linen. All right, so that's what we've done on those two. Isn't that pretty? And then I have just folded up. Now you want to be able to fit these onto your page. So this is the back of the page now. You want to get both of these on. So just check with my page, that is going to work. All right, so after your 1.5 inches, you then want to fold, I'll tell you now, 1, 2, almost 4 inches is the next bit. All right, and then what remains is your flap. Now if yours is an American size, your page will be wider anyway, so it should work. Just check. Take a scrap piece of paper or copier paper and try it before you, if you're not sure. Okay, so both of those will then fit on there. So I'm not going to sew these, I'm going to glue them. I'm going to just glue here and on the other side. And this, I'm not going to put anything in these, but it's a nice place to store little goodies. And I do love these little envelopes. Right, so we've got that there. Right, and then the same over here. So really quick. Now, usually I do sew them, but I'm not going to today. Right, plenty glue on there. And I love that rose as well. Okay, there we go. So I've got quick little envelopes. Aren't they cute? Right, we're going to put some goodies on here. I'm using this lace now. I'm going to stick it underneath, I think. Think. Should I put it at the top there? Or should I put it underneath there? I'm putting two flowers on. So what I did was I took a yellow petal and the pink with the cream. And then I've taken pink with a cream and a pink, soft pink petal on those two. All right. I've just sewn a button in the middle. So I want to put one on the one and one on the other. I think it was like that. No, like that and like that. All right. So I'm just thinking, should I put the lace underneath or on top? I think underneath. All right. So let's do that. Now you can round the corners if you want. I don't know if I wanted to, but because I'm putting lace on, I suppose I shouldn't, but I just think it looks more of an envelope type finish when you do this, but not a must. Luckily I have inked all the edges, so that saves us time, doesn't it? Right, so we want to get this underneath here, like that. Okay, so I'm going to put the lace here. What am I like? Right, so we'll just put some glue over here. It'll also strengthen the edge, so all good. Yeah, we've got that there. And then I just want to check that I've got this sort of in this half there and half-ish there, like that. Yeah, a little bit more glue. Right, and then we can actually turn that around. No, we're not. We're going to trim it off. I don't want to faff with it. Right, so that's what we're going to do. I think that's easier. Okay, and same over here. So again, put some glue on. There we go. And then just measure your lace pieces, scallops, or whatever you have. You might have a slightly different one to me, come to think of it. I've just grabbed what I had here, and then I've just realized that it might not be this one. There we go. So we've got that there, and then we are just going to put those on the top, and I think that looks so pretty. Yeah, I wanted the yellow one where there's too much pink, and that one there. And then these are going to go on the top, so we can put plenty glue like this and like this. Give it a nice press in the middle, and the same with this. Right, I did have two little bits to go on here and then we're done. So while that's drying, I just want to take my little bit of greenery again, lots of greenery today, and get them stuck down. Okay, so there we have those two done really quickly. And we're not using a closure on these. Just make sure you've got this the right way around, that you haven't got that upside down when you're moving things around. I know what I'm like. Right, so we want to then just take our pocket. I'm just going to take the whole of this fabric tack here because it's quick and easier for me to squeeze. Right, and then you want to just get that one over there. And then the other one just above it. And there we have it. So let's grab our journal, lift this up quickly. Oh gosh, that looks so pretty. And find our little spot. So that's where it was. So the other day I dropped it. I had a hell of a time trying to sort it out. That's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. So we've got this little bit here, and I need to put the tag in. I've just remembered. Let's give that a go. Right, turn that around. Hopefully it's going to fit with any luck. So that's in there. Pretty, huh? And then there's our writing area like that. And on there, on the back, are those two very pretty little envelopes, pockets. And then on this side, we've got our little thingy here. And then we just want to fit this in like that. And that's a bit long. I'll have to trim that a little bit. But yeah, that's easily done. Okay. Yeah. Just so that you know, in case you've ever made a tag that's too long, what I do is I'll just cut this off there and restick a new tab back on there, and then restitch it over there, and you're never any the wiser, just in case you wanted to know. I don't know why I did that. I think I measured it with the folding up bit. Right, so there's our little project for today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Our book is really coming along really nicely. I hope that you're having fun with it. I've seen the most amazing comments and lovely shares. So thank you, and keep on doing that, because I really enjoy seeing what you guys make as well. Go and have a wonderful week. I will see you on Friday. We'll have another little share. And yeah, take good care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your wonderful comments and support. I really appreciate them, and I appreciate you. Stay well, guys. Bye bye.